It's one of the biggest competitions in world sport. 49 matches, 14 teams for the right to battle it out to be crowned world champions. 4 years ago, Mahendra Singh Dhoni hit a massive six to see India crowned world champions. This is the official ANN7 World Cup show, Down Under. I need to start off. We keep hearing, rather now than later. Again, rather now than later. There's no room for error now. There's no third time lucky. The Proteas really need to step up their game.
Yeah, I think we've reached that stage now, as you say. There's no room for error now. And sadly for the side, yesterday's loss, I think, would have dented their confidence just a little bit, you know. I think losing earlier on to India, anyone can say, well, that's happened, you know. It was a big ground, it was a lot of the heat of the moment, and you can dismiss a loss there. But certainly the loss yesterday would have hurt AB de Villiers and his team.
We've always seen them rise to the occasion, AB and Hash. They've always done it for us in so many years. It's the second match in a row where, once again, they just didn't come to the party.
Yes, look, I mean, they lost an early wicket again with Quinton de Kock getting out fairly early. And then, like you say, the top four didn't quite come to the party as they have done in the past. Mind you, Faf did bat nicely. He got himself a 50.
Funny, I want to just focus mainly on Wayne Parnell. 1 for 85, that's just not good enough.
Yeah, Wayne Parnell is our, well, basically our number 7 spot in the South African cricket team is our weakest link. We've said it from start. There's been a lot of noise made by most of us that's running television shows and that lives in cricket in the media side, that a guy like McLaren wasn't selected, and obviously there's a big issue why this oak went ahead of McLaren.
Now, the Proteas will contest in their last pool match against the United Arab Emirates on Thursday in Wellington. Should South Africa defeat the team from the Gulf, they will secure second spot in Pool B and also at the same time qualify for the quarterfinals. Now, it's against the United Arab Emirates. With all due respect, they are a mono nation, which means South Africa should get a game. But do you think that this is one where they may want to chop and change a little bit in terms of the starting 11?
The temptation is always there to give guys some game time, perhaps change the batting order. So, you know, with what's coming up, so they, you know, can perhaps develop a bit of confidence. I don't think so. I think they'll go with whoever's the fittest and their best sides and try and stick to what has worked successfully, and what hasn't worked successfully, try and put that right. So, no, I think it'll be a fired-up South African side who, if anything, the permutations may be that run rate might come into it in terms of going forward. Well, we don't quite know.
In the British Isles, that is definitely going home is none other than England. Now, they're obviously out. Daryl, it just seems to be going from bad to worse for England. I remember you played against like Michael Atherton, Nasser Hussain, Darren Gough, Freddie Flintoff. What is happening, Daryl?
It's unfortunate for England. I remember starting out my career, England played the most one-day cricket in the world, and we almost draw on those experiences from guys that had been there and playing one-day cricket. Anyway, in terms of early days of when we got back into national cricket, England were right up there as well.
Now in studio with me to unpack today's proceedings at the Westpac Stadium is former Proteas bowler David de Brugge. David, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me here on 2015 Down Under.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, Fahraaz.
David, win? Was it convincing enough in your opinion?
We're never satisfied, are we, Fahraaz?
Yes.
But I think so. I think we've got as much out of the group stages as we perhaps could have expected.
AB de Villiers, he's taken 2 for 15 out of 3 overs. Are they seriously considering him as the bowler that could come and contribute come the knockout stages?
Fahraaz, I think they are. I think they. If you were an opposition side looking at the Proteas and they played the 7 batters and JP Durmani as your 5th, you can almost certainly expect them to attack that 5th bowler. And if they were to be successful, such as Pakistan were at Eden Park against JP, you know, they're going to have to get a few more overs out of guys like Behardien and de Villiers.
I'm still joined by Pat Simcox live from KZN. Pat, you've played against New Zealand when they had the likes of Stephen Fleming, when they had the likes of, you know, Chris Cairns, Chris Harris. But this current New Zealand side, are they probably the best team from New Zealand that we've seen in the last 40 or 50 years?
No, I don't think so, Fahraaz. I think that they're running on luck, to be brutally honest.
But I'm going to go back to your playing days when you played against the likes of Michael Atherton, Nasser Hussain, Darren Gough. I remember Freddie Flintoff started his England career. England seemed like a more, how would I say, composed unit. What is lacking with this current England side? Because we saw what happened at the Ashes when they went in 2013. It absolutely demoralized their confidence and also the team.
Well, they've got some serious problems. You know, I actually, you don't know whether to laugh or cry for England. You know, they've been poor for so long now, and they keep coming. They keep coming up with some sort of excuse. You know, now it's about pressure. I reckon Bangladesh are licking their lips. They're saying, "Bring England, come on, let's go. We've got nothing to lose here." And of course, you know, that England media. The media are just loving it. They've got the newspapers out. They've written the scripts tomorrow. They're all hoping that England get beaten. We're going to sell more newspapers.
Hello and welcome to Game On. My name is Fahraaz. Thank you so much for joining us. What a day of action. Liverpool going down to Manchester United and Mamelodi Sundowns, of course, progressing to the Nedbank Cup. We have all of that right here on our sports show. Let's get straight through to the headlines. Mamelodi Sundowns proceed to the last 8 of the Nedbank Cup with a win over Platinum Stars. Manchester United claim a win at Anfield following 2 goals from Juan Mata.
That's a beauty!
And we speak to Manchester United legends Dennis Irwin and Brian Robson, who are in the country. Now that's all from me, Fahraaz Patel, and the rest of the Game On team. Ciao for now.